a practical lesson, and before, let me just take a roll call. John Kuria.
Present.
Sabina Gadoni.
Present.
Chebi.
Present.
Kelvin.
Present.
Blenda is absent. Okay, it is well. With me here, I have Paul as others, right? With me here is exactly what we are going to do on the ground. We know there are other methods of setting out a building. Who can remind us one?
The builder square method.
The builder square method?
I wanted to say business plan.
Oh, she has said it. It is okay. So we have the builder square method, and then we have a setting out using 3, 4, 5 method. Now for today, we are going to use 3, 4, 5 method. And in our, as we can look on our chart, we are going to mark on the ground. We have point A, we have point B, C, D, E, and F. Let's say our building is on a square. We are just doing a rectangular or a square place. We are going to mark at point A. Can everybody see point A?
Yes.
We are going to draw our peg here at point A, and then from point A we are going to have another point B. This one we are going to use as our baseline. Say baseline. We are going to use it as our baseline. Then we are going to establish another point at point C. That we are going to measure from A to B 4 units, from A to C 3 units, and then we are going to establish this point 5 units, so that this angle can be at 90. I know you do mathematics, is it?
Yes.
When we want to check this angle, if it is 90, we say 4 squared plus 3 squared is equals to the square root of 5 squared, is it?
Yes.
And then we are going to check this angle is at 90 degrees. Then we are going to extend this line because our building, maybe want to use a bigger building, maybe 5 meters or maybe 7. So we are going to extend the line at point F, and then we are going to extend this line at point D, and then we are going to check, to measure, to check this point. Then we establish point E. Then we are going to make the diagonals. Can everybody see the diagonals?
Yes.
We are going to make the diagonals to check if our building is exactly at the angles at right angle triangle, is it?
Yes.
Now, my colleague Mr. Kimtai is going to show us on the ground exactly what I have explained here on what we are going to do. We are just going to do one demonstration, and maybe you can just do the other angles. We are going to do just one angle, and then you can demonstrate, is it?
All right.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you, my fellow. So, good morning again.
Good morning.
My name is Pete Amos. I'm a trainer. So, before we start doing the practical part, first we need to know the items or the materials we have to use when doing this setting out of 3, 4, 5 method. First, we have the bag. This is called a bag. This one is a bag. So a bag is used to drive at point. Let's say, as my fellow said, you start at point A. So you start using a bag at that point. If this point is point A, you drive this bag at point A. So this one is a bag. Also, we have a depth measure. What is the use of depth measure? You may ask. Yes?
Measuring distance.
Yes, Mr. Kevin, I said the depth is used for measuring the distance, maybe between 2 points. Again, we have a mallet. This is a mallet. What is the function of a mallet, Kuria?
You can use it to drive the peg.
Yeah, that is exactly. You use a mallet to drive drive a back whenever you need a certain point. Also, we have what do we call this one?
Builder's line.
This is a builder line. Builder's line. What is the use of a builder line? Careful.
For alignment.
For alignment. That is correct. Also, we have something here. What do we call it?
We have this line.
This is a lime. And a lime is white in color. What is the function of a lime? Marking. For marking what? The line. Maybe between the 2 points. You use a line to mark. So also we have a plampo. This is a plampo. What is the function of a plampo? Yes, my friend. For alignment of our also for the alignment of the corner. That is it. These are the materials we are going to use. So, as my friend has just said, we need to start our practical. So before we start, we need to know at our ground that there are some existing. Maybe there is an existing ground, existing buildings. So that is it's going to be our reference point. So maybe we can say we will start at this point. We measure a distance maybe of 1 meter. So Kefi, can you come and assist in measuring? Yeah. Assist me. So you measure about 1 meter. You measure 1 meter. Then you drive a peg at point where 1 meter is. Then we need to develop a baseline. So if we have said this one is a point A, we need to develop another point that we will call it at point P. So first, you need to tie a builder line at this point. That is point A. At this point, then you have to measure the unknown length. That will not measure it first, but we just extend it to a certain point. Yeah, let's assume at that point N. Yes, that's when you can try. Yes. Then you have to tie it. When you tie the builder line at that point, at this point, you will call it at point E. That end, you have called it at point A. So this end, we will call it at point E. So we have to after coming up with this the line. This line we will call it at our baseline. So we need to mark this point. Yes, Mr. Kuria, come and mark for us that point. This is now our baseline. Yes. Yes, that is good. That is nice. So as we have just said, this point is at point A and that end is at point E. So at this point A, we need to measure 4 meters from this point A. We measure 4 units. 4 units. Yes. 4 units. Yeah, I'm sorry. 4 units. Then you drive back at that point. Yeah. That's nice. So at this point, As earlier we say that this point is at point A and this point is at point E. So this point we'll call it at point B. Yes? This is our point P. And we have just measured 4 units from this line. So from this point, from this point A, we need to measure the other. We need to come up with another build a line here of unknown dimension. That's just measure of any distance. Of any distance. Yeah. Then you drag a back at that point. Yes, once you mark this point. So we need to come up with point C, which will have to consider at where the 3 units. This one was 4 units, so we are going to measure 3 units at this line. 3 units. Yeah. That's a back. That's nice. So we have come up with point A, point B, and this is we call it point C. So we have just measured 4 points here. We also measured 3 points here. So we need now to adjust this line. We will adjust this line so that if this point, this diagonal from point P to point C will not be 5 units, we need to adjust this line. Why? The reason why we will not we will not adjust this line because it is a base line. So we will just use this line. So just measure. Where is the measure? Measure that point from point P to C. You just confirm if it is at 5 units. No, it's less than, isn't it?
Yes, it's less than.
It's less than. So we have to adjust this line. We adjust where the 5 units is.
Adjust the line.
Adjust the line.
Adjust the line.
Adjust the line.
So
Just
that
with
big.
even the back you remove. Adjust the line.
There.
There. Yeah, that's correct. Then you drag a back at that point. Yeah, that's now 4 units, 3 units, and 5 units. That's now how 3 for 5 method is achieved. So we are going to do in our groups.
Mark the other corners because now we have a 90 degrees here,
Yes.
and we have this line and that line, and we know this it is on a straight line, is it?
Yes.
Now using this point, can you see this point here? We are going now to make this angle at 90 degrees so that we can mark another point there, and from there we are going to make at that angle to be exactly at 90 degrees so that we can mark another peg there, is it?
Yes.
Because we want our building, we just want to make a rectangular building. You get it? Now, I need 3 students here to just, you can, into groups of 2. Some students can go there,
Yes.
Zomo and your group, and Dina can just come here. So, as Molim coordinates there, make sure that is at
Yes,
front.
yes. then the decks. And you have to measure. You extend this line at any point.
There is another peg here. You can use these strong pegs.
So you mark at that corner.
Just mark one corner.
This calculation. First, before you drive that peg, you have to measure. Let's use this corner so that we can know the measurements of that corner. So this corner is about 8.5 units. So we need to transfer this. No, not that. We need to transfer these units or measurements to the.
Just remove that peg
Just
so that
remove that one. Yeah. 8.5. Yes. Then write it. Should be fine. It's gonna be.
Sabina and your group, please. Where is the calculation?
So you're going
You can
to,
start.
and now it is on this corner, so it's going to be, the teacher said 3 and 4. So let us 3 units.
Yes, for this one, which side you now adjust?
No,
Say this is the best line,
You can mark.
Yes, this is a baseline.
so we can adjust.
Yes, you have to adjust this one.
Yeah.
So you will just measure 3 units, 4 units.
Then
Then you confirm this unit. If it is 5, if it's not, if it is more, then you adjust this line. Yes.
From the line itself, the line.
Yes, you confirm if it is 5 units.
It is exact.
This is exact. Wow.
That's
You can clap
nice.
for yourself.
Yes.
So we can.
The other end, you confirm this at this point. So you need to measure 5 units. No, then you can measure 3 units, 3 units, 3 units. No. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
from
From this
3
end,
and 4.
3 units. Yes, yes. So 3 units. These are 3 units. Yes. Just mark it. Yeah. Yeah. Take it out of the outside. You measure 4 units. Yes.
4 units are here.
4 units are there. Just mark that point. Now you confirm this the diagonal end. If it's 5.
Yes, it's exactly 5.
It's exactly right. That's nice. Now there is a last corner. The last corner here. You need also to confirm. You measure 3 units. Yes, that's nice. You measure 4. The other end. It's the period. 4 units.
That means take measurement from this and this side.
Yes. 4 units. Yes, that's nice. Then you confirm. Raymond, you can confirm for us if it's 5 units. Yes, that's
1.5.
exactly.
Now from that point, we know now our building it's exactly at a square, and it is just on a square place, is it?
Yes.
Now we are going to make diagonals. Just going to make diagonals. These are diagonals is just to check if your angle is at exactly, if your building it does not, it is exactly at 90 degrees. We are just going to make diagonals.
So first you have to measure. You just put this point. This is a point E, and the other end was point F. So you will just measure this point from point E to point F. You confirm the measurements of the diagonal.
Up to the end.
Up to the
To point F.
Yes. That is 11.5 units. That's nice. Let's confirm at point A to point J. To point,
To these other points.
point A to J. Yes. That is good. How close? To confirm. That is it's equal. If our building the diagonals are equal, it means that we have just constructed an equal dimension. The sides and the base, the width and the height are just the same.
So after that, we know now our building is just it's at the center, is it? Now there is these other lines. There is now these other lines because we want now to till this ground to excavate this part, is it? We are going now to do the foundation, is it? We just want now to we measure we will measure we'll just measure 300 millimeters here and then 300 for this outside and for this corner so that we can excavate, is it? So here we just measure. We just use our profile board. Do you know what is a profile board? Do you know what is a profile board?
No.
Yes.
To enable you to transfer this line
Okay.
so that you can map it the width of your trench.
Exactly. Now we are going to make our profile board at a certain distance just from your point, is it? Yes, someone can come.
Yes. First you have to measure there some maybe a meter from the existing building. Just a meter back. Measure a meter. Yes, as I said, we have to measure the half a meter from this existing building. So just measure here. Yeah. You drive that back. Yes. So when driving this back, you have to know the measurements of the wall. Let's assume, or let's say that our wall was 600 meters. So you have to measure 300 meters inside and millimeters inside and 300 millimeters outside. So you transfer this length to the back wall. So you have to transfer this to the other end. Yeah. So this is okay. Yes. You confirm if it is 600 millimeters. Yeah. It's fine. Yes, that's fine. Then you drive this one also. Yes, and you have to confirm if it is 600 millimeters, and it's fine, 600 meters. So you need to transfer this measurements to
Another
the
two students can just come.
to this side. So we need other students to go to the other side.
Just come and then use this.
Kevin, you measure 600 millimeters, 300 inwards and outwards. 3, 3. Then you transfer the measurements backward. Like you transfer that. Yes. Half a meter. Yeah. That's nice. Yes, that's nice. You drive this one. You drive. Yeah.
And one mistake you did, you didn't mark the ground. Please take this one and mark so that you cannot forget while excavating. Make sure you mark this ground so that
Yes.
you can't forget while excavating.
That's nice.
You can now remove this thread and use it to mark.
Yes. Remove this builder line.
To set out a building using 3-4-5 method.
And
Have
you-
a
And to add on that, the assignment you have been given, you upload it to your e-portfolio. Thank you.
thank you.
And enjoy the rest.
Now you can just remove this so that you can help us to return back to the lab.